I'm coming at you guys from inside my house because, hand up, forgot to film the intro the other night when we had Travis on. If you don't know Travis, he has been a part of Kepler Creek since the birth of it. He just rarely comes out of hiding. So he's on this. He has a ton of knowledge about basically everything you've ever wanted to know about. But in all seriousness, we actually do kind of teach some things in this. We talk about black bears and brown bears and just some different stuff, and we kind of recap our hunting season this far. So we hope you enjoy. But first, let me get to our sponsors. Our sponsors are Dirty Duck Coffee. If you haven't tried that, you need to try it now. Like right now, pause this video or pause this podcast, go buy some. Use promo code KCO15 at checkout. I drink it. I replace my coffee with Dirty Duck. Not looking back. Okay. It's great stuff, great quality stuff. Also, HuntWise. HuntWise is our mapping tool that we use. Use promo code KCO20. Check that out. You can start the free trial. If you don't like it, trash it, but you're going to love it, and you're going to need that promo code. So go and use that. Also, Tide Wee. Or here soon, we're going to have a video out where I review my Tide Wee blind. It's a great blind and a great blind chair. So go check those guys out. Use promo code KCO18 for 18% off. And then can't forget about TripTech. I don't have my TripTech in here. Obviously, it's out in my shed or in the quote-unquote studio. But if I did, I'd be messing around with it like a fidget spinner. But it's a 5-in-1 multi-tool. It's a finishing tool, but it's so much more. You can use it as a choke tube. You can use it to, maybe knock that pin out of your gun to take it apart or clean it. So you guys need one of those. It's not a very expensive thing, but it could make or break your hunt if you don't have it. So go and check that out as well. And then if you haven't yet, whatever platform you're listening on or watching on, please subscribe, leave a review. That helps us out big time, and it costs nothing. Just takes like 2 seconds every time. Tell us how much you love us or maybe what we can get better at. Always looking for constructive criticism. All right. So I hope you guys' season is going a little bit better than ours, but without further ado, I'm going to kick it to ourselves.
Bro, I almost caught that one.
You got that heater on full blast. You got all the windows down, and you're just you're such a
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Safeties Off podcast. We talked about that last time. We're a podcast now, and today we have the one and the only, the fan favorite. Let me flip it over.
Oh, do a crowd noise. Do a crowd noise.
Travis Wayne
Applause.
McKinnon. Travis Wayne McKinnon, everybody. Okay?
Glad to be here.
Honestly, I'm just glad to have Travis here so we could just pick his brain. Dude is, the hunting knowledge that spills out of Travis is wild.
Nuggets of gold and wisdom.
Oh, wild. He is on PEDs right now. I feel like we need to start the show like that.
Yeah. I've heard rumors.
Just a little alpha brain.
Just a little alpha brain. He's taking Joe Rogan's alpha brain right now. Travis swears that it helps him. Right?
I guess so. I had very vivid dreams the first time I took it.
You did?
Is that a good thing? It's like a scary thing.
Well, usually
What'd you
I don't
dream
dream
about?
at all. So
Okay.
no
okay.
dreams.
What'd you dream about?
I don't remember.
So it gave you
But-
dreams.
So it didn't help his memory. It just helped his
Yeah.
dreaming.
Yeah.
How'd you know you had a dream if you don't remember it? You just
Wow.
remember waking
And
up
how do you
scared?
know it was vivid?
No.
Yeah.
Like I remember like distinct facts in it or whatever. Now I remember I was like in downtown city somewhere, walking through,
Sounds vivid.
and there's like dolls and stuff in the windows.
Oh, see, I told you it was scary.
Yeah, this is incredibly scary. I'm glad I did. I started to take some, but then I opted out. Honestly, because it says on the bottom of the bottle that I have 1020. So I'm guessing that it was either made in October of 2020 or it went out of,
Yeah.
you know,
You'd have got
expired.
some of that
Pre-COVID.
beta brain. That ain't the alpha
Yeah,
brain.
it's probably not the greatest of brains.
Pre-COVID, so it's better.
It is pre-COVID. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that.
Maybe that's where COVID came from. Was
Travis
that box.
Travis swears by the alpha brain.
Get it? I mean, they had Delta strain. They had Alpha strain. Maybe that's where it came from.
Oh, wow. You think you could solve
Beta
COVID
strain.
after you took that?
I don't know.
Did
Not that
you?
good.
Were you on Alpha Brain when you decided that you needed to get to the deer stand before 4 a.m.?
No. I was just on energy drinks.
that sounds like a good decision. Actually,
Yeah.
I'm all about being there early.
Travis, tell us why it gets so we could hunt at that time of the year. We could hunt even later when he was getting there at like 4. We were hunting at like 7. Like that was daylight.
He just didn't want to Jacob you and not wake up.
That's
Well,
true.
I had to put corn out, and then I had to do whatever else I had to do. And
No,
then,
but you said you read something. I want you to tell the people what you read.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. But
You said you read
Smell.
something saying that you needed to get in there an
Yeah.
hour and a half early.
yeah, you need to be in there like 30 minutes before sunrise, so your scent will go away.
Okay, you said like an hour and a half.
I mean, I've heard Eberhard says he likes to be up there an hour to an hour and a half early.
I ain't
But
doing that.
I probably got there an hour early because I had to open a bag of corn and pour it out.
That's not a bad.
So all the
So
sound,
far, I'm 100% with Travis.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's not that bad. I just remember it being
But-
like it was going to be a miserable walk.
But that was before I had to walk. I had to walk like 800 yards,
To Narnia.
and that was before we knew that there was a black bear anywhere remotely close.
You have a black bear?
Yeah, we do.
Why have I not heard about this?
Yeah, I guess I thought I sent it to the group.
We just talked about black bears last episode.
Drop my trip tech. Oh well.
Yeah, so I'm walking in pitch black darkness with no flashlight, carrying a 50-pound bag, 800 yards, about to die.
All right, so I talked about black bears with my hunter ed group this morning, and we just read about them. Guess what percentage of their diet is vegetables?
Most
Guess.
of it.
The closest gets $1.
Vegetables meaning anything leafy and green,
Like fruits
Yes.
too.
They're opportunistic feeders.
fruit and berries too, like anything.
Sure, yeah, vegetation.
Okay.
Maybe that's a better word. Sorry.
95.
What percentage?
All right, he said 95. What do you say?
That's a big animal. I'm going to say 45.
45. The answer is 90%. GT Outdoor said 25. So you weren't as far off as GT Outdoors.
$1.
All right, I'll give you the dollar.
That's
and
a
everything.
dollar, yeah.
Straight out of the PayPal account from Kepler Creek.
90 what?
90%
90%.
of a bear's diet is vegetation. Opportunistic feeders. The other 10%, guess what it is? Human.
No.
I'm kidding. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Freaking dirt. I don't know.
Fish.
Yeah,
How many
animals.
videos have you seen of a grizzly
Yeah, but this is black bears. We're
slapping
talking
up a
about
salmon?
this is
I thought
Louisiana
you just meant
hunters.
bears in general.
No.
This black bear. I mean, still,
No,
I wouldn't.
yeah.
My answer wouldn't have changed.
Wouldn't
I
have
just thought
changed?
that's what you were.
Yeah, no. Louisiana black bears are definitely.
You got to think, how many times have you ever seen a black bear just chasing after something like a squirrel or a rabbit or something?
Yeah,
I mean,
I've never
that's
seen a
true.
black
I don't-
bear.
What,
That
what
would
would
be
they even catch?
scary.
They can't catch a deer. They can't catch
That'd be
squirrels.
Scary as I don't know what. You see a black bear
Yeah,
running.
they're not exactly like.
They're not very
1.5.
nimble.
Yeah, they're not known for being like
I think they got straight line speed, but they're not catching a prey animal
straight line speed,
like that.
kind of like a kick returner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're also very
they
timid.
run downhill.
Also very what?
Timid, like get scared.
Yeah,
easily.
the book even said they
So-
were shy. They were shy and are very. If they smell or see you, they're gone.
There's probably one watching you that night while you were walking that
Oh,
sack of corn down there.
I'm sure.
And what's scary is they're up in the trees.
Yeah, Baloo's
Yeah.
up there just watching you, licking his chops.
Freaking Winnie the Pooh. Ready to eat him some carrot.
He could have had me that day because I was so tired. I was probably
Well, no, you're supposed to
died
play
from-
dead anyway, so you could have just.
You're supposed to play dead for a bear?
I thought so. If a
That's
bear's
for a
attacking you, because they
brown
don't.
bear. You're supposed to
a
scare a
brown
black
bear?
bear.
See,
Brown
look at this
bear.
knowledge that's in
I mean, he
took that
just
alpha
knows
brain.
stuff. That's true. It's the alpha brain.
So brown bear, this is very educational. Brown bear,
Yeah, dead.
you act dead.
Because they don't like eating dead stuff, right?
Right.
Black bear, you scare.
Yeah.
Black bear, you assert dominance.
Yeah, and
Yes.
make lots of noise.
A student told me yesterday, we were talking about, this is health class, and we were talking about being smart when you see like forms of media and different advertisements and all that crap. And one kid goes, and then I was talking about Kepler Creek and how we just don't do reviews for like anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like somebody sends me a sucky thing, I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm good. He was like, Coach, yeah, your stuff's informative. I was like, man, thank you. Like if he'd have just stopped right there, I'd have been like, that's genuine. Thank you. I appreciate that. He goes, kind of like the Berenstain Bears. It's like, what the heck?
Of all, I'm glad that's even still a thing.
We're informative like the Berenstain Bears, and I appreciate that. That's one of the better things that any kid has ever told me. Usually they just watch the videos, the TikToks and stuff, and like they love the one where I say I'm bald.
We're the Berenstein Bears
Love the one.
of hunting podcasts.
We're the Berenstein Bears. Well, we're informative.
Wow.
People they call me Tyler Informative Warren. That's what they called me in high school.
Wow.
Yeah, it got weird. It got kind of wordy, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
I really
that's a
appreciate
mouthful.
that. Yeah, it is a mouthful. But no, yeah, usually they just love watching the TikToks. They love the one of Travis. The one that got 1.1
They call
mil.
Travis the Ginger Avenger.
The Ginger Avenger. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
They love the one of you acting like a woman, and then they love the one of me calling myself Mr. Clean. They freaking love those two.
I don't remember that one.
It was like when you get Mr. Clean's phone and you need to unlock it or something like that, and I took my hat off and I had just shaved.
I don't think I even saw that one.
Oh, yeah, so it goes, bling!
Was
and
it
like
real?
lets me in the phone. It was a reel. It was a TikTok.
Oh, I must have missed that one. That's funny.
Man, I can't believe you hadn't. It was in the beginning days. It was before Instagram really was pushing the reels. Before they were paying people to make reels.
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay, so yeah, Travis. Then I got to pick your brain about something else, but I've already forgotten. We talked about Alpha Brain. We talked about why you get to the stand. Just tell us about how your husband, your hunting season, and your husband, how your hunting season's been going, man.
It's been absolutely terrible. I've seen 2 deer probably all season.
Lucky.
Travis, we saw 4 Saturday.
Yeah, but those were like
You're
on the
lying to
move.
the people.
Well, I probably see 4 on the side of the road at one time.
We
But
saw
one,
4.
one did get close enough. I could have like scratched his ear at one point.
You should have.
I was
You
there.
you should
I was
have.
there early.
We're here to make
all right?
content,
I
Travis.
was there early, and
See?
there was no
scent.
walking through the dark, and you couldn't see me sitting there. I was sitting on a bucket and just walked. I could have jumped on his back and rode him for 8 seconds.
Shout out the Yeti bucket.
Yeah,
Sent free.
that's right.
It says 93 Yeti buckets. You can take that, Yeti.
It wouldn't have been had he not been there an hour and a half early.
I
Yeah.
guess, but I mean, it was a yearling, so yearlings are basically like dogs.
No, you
not
could
very
not have.
smart.
You could not have rode his back. You'd have broke him, poor buddy.
Well, there'd have been more deer that I killed the rest of the year.
That'd have been a great story. Yeah, I killed a deer by trying to legitimately ride
Smother
it.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, you've had a tough season. And like what's bad about with Travis is I am over the top optimistic. Way over the top. Like every time he goes, I'm like, Travis, this morning's a morning, dude. Can you feel
Oh,
it?
he did that to me too.
And then
I
I'm like,
understand.
Yeah.
I'm like slapping him and stuff like
Exactly
bro,
what
get
he did to
freaking
me.
hype, bro.
The whole
Let's
way there,
go.
dude. Are you pumped up to kill some deer today?
Yes.
I'm like, oh, he's freaking amped up. He done
Yes.
put the corn, the crack. What do they call it? Deer crack.
Crack.
I
mean, coke.
We are
cocaine.
in Bernice, so
Yeah, that's true,
it's
yeah.
probably there.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, saw nothing.
I've probably seen just about as many squirrels as I have deer this year.
I've seen a ton of squirrels.
I've seen lots of squirrels.
I don't see any.
I'm starting to think your vision's messed up or something.
No.
Because we hunt the same plot of land, and I see squirrels and armadillos and rabbits and deer. I saw 15 deer in a weekend at
I'm
Travis.
pretty
saw
sure I
one.
had one of your dealers over there with me when I was hunting.
Yeah.
I heard the same footsteps for about 30 minutes, and
Oh.
I could never find it. I know that's what it was.
We grow those armadillos up now.
Oh, you got them there.
We're about to fence them in.
Start
It's
making
just a
armadillo pie.
Dilla Ranch.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, we got an armadillo ranch, and we're
Mm-hmm.
going to high fence it and then start selling hunts,
I love it.
armadillo hunts. Yeah, Travis's season's been tough, but Travis, I will say this: you may or may not be the cheapest hunter of all time. Cheap. We don't even say cheapest hunter. We'll just say cheapest person. Jordan, do you know when you get a new vehicle, and GT Outdoor said we should squirrel hunt, and we should. I don't know why we didn't, but
yeah.
we should.
Well, it
we
goes
haven't this year.
to you get an extra month for squirrel, don't you? Don't you go to February?
Maybe so. Maybe we need to do that.
I'm gonna have to look. I don't
Also
squirrel
a
hunt enough to
summer
know the
season,
season.
I
There is a
think.
summer season, a May season, I think.
Yeah.
God, that sucks. Walking
That'd be
around
miserable.
Louisiana.
But I'm all about doing some February squirrel hunting.
Yeah, we need to do that. But no, what I was going to say is Travis is so cheap that when he got a new vehicle, his GMC, gorgeous truck, you know, when you get one, it has all the buttons, you know, you got the new screen and stuff, and they have those things, those little clear pieces of film that you take off when you get it. It's to keep the fingerprints off.
Did you leave them on?
Dude, tell them what year model your truck is.
2018.
Still got them.
It's brilliant.
It's been almost 5 years.
And then when he goes to trade it in or sell it, he
Yeah,
pulls them
like-
off, and it looks like a brand new truck.
Yeah, you're like brand
Dude,
new,
you just-
You must have just bought this thing. How long
You
has it been
keep
sitting on the
you're
lot?
trashing the man, and he's just brilliant.
He is brilliant. It pisses me off that he won't
Brilliant.
come on the show more. I mean, I learned something from Travis
He
today.
just increased his trade-in value by 5%.
No, there's no freaking way. I traded in my Jeep last, and they didn't even
it was
look
probably
at
trashed.
it. No, it was.
They
it was
look at
much
it.
better.
They look at it while you're in there. Dealing with old shiny shoes. They're out there digging under it.
I know some high school kids' parents are just going to buy it for them.
Well, then when we had Saracate's car, I traded it in. They may have looked at it, but they didn't lessen the value of it when we were in negotiations.
Condition matters. Go look at your blue book.
Yeah.
It's all based on condition, miles and condition. This is not a car show.
It isn't a car show, but Travis is incredibly smart. I just wanted to point out how cheap he is. So back to him being a cheap hunter, okay? Travis has had the same bag of corn in his truck since like the second week of archery season.
No,
That's gross.
no, I probably
That's
got
hog bait by now.
a couple more than that. It's in the inside, so it's dry. It's still good.
Wow. So what do you just give him like a kernel at a time, or you got little
He
scales?
won't
with
open
you?
it. He's gonna have it for next year.
Oh, you haven't opened it yet?
No.
That thing's gonna have weevils.
Not in the truck. It's still tight.
Dude, that's ridiculous,
I'll
Travis.
save it for hog season.
But hogs are. Oh
That's
my
year round.
God, yeah.
It's always hog season.
It is.
You could throw
right,
out some
so it's busted
potatoes
open.
and they'd eat the potatoes out there, man. You don't need corn. Like I tell them all the time, I'm
I
like,
want
hey,
to have a nice last meal, you know.
if you're gonna hunt the afternoon, just I even made an Instagram reel about it, but I was actually serious. I took my baby's formula cans. They're not that big, but it's so much easier if you're making a long hike in. Like I was trying to walk in on some private land, and I didn't want to park forever, and I also didn't want to carry a whole bag of corn. Didn't want to carry my bucket, so I was like, I'm just gonna put this, and then put it in my bag.
little Enfamil flavored
Little
corn.
Enfamil flavored corn, and then
How are they going to see it? You
tossed
gotta-
it out.
You got to mound it up so they can see it.
No, okay, you don't mound it up. That's like
Well, if you're
problem one.
Just going
They
to
do it
hunt
in
once.
Kansas.
They
I
can't
was-
see it.
No, so
Oh,
I
you know
I
it's
don't
there.
think they're going by sight.
no, they're not going. I'm hunting a trail, so I put the corn there to make them stop. Travis, you idiot.
You didn't say that.
I know. Sorry. So that's why I did it. It was just there to make them stop. It's not there to genuinely like.
Yeah, but still, I don't think a deer is
smell
just
it
going
or-
and being like, "What's that big yellow thing?"
No, that's what I'm saying. I put it out.
sniffing it.
Deer are grazers anyway, so like they're just
Yeah.
going to be walking. Oh, look at here, a little
Meandering
Karen,
around.
a little Karen, and then Kaplowy. I freaking curb stomp them.
Do you though?
No, I just watch them. I watch them, and then I'm like, it's probably too small. And then as
That's
they're
a next
walking,
year's deer.
yeah, as they're walking out, I'm like, I'm gonna shoot it, man, and then they take off running. That's how every hunt I've ever had.
Or you
goes,
shoot under it?
basically. Yeah, it's
I'm
tough.
sorry.
What? Oh yeah, I did shoot under the one. I forgot, but that was 180 yards, but it's not a big deal. So yeah, Travis is the cheapest hunter known to man, and then deer grazers. So I feel like you should never mound it up. I just taught you something.
I'm just saying. If
When a
they're
deer-
like walking through the woods, they're not just going to smell that corn sitting on the ground.
They're
gotta
not
be able
gonna
to see it.
smell it, but if I put it on a,
They
actual,
do smell it. How do you think the pigs find it?
I mean, they smell it. I'm just saying, like, I'm not putting it out there for the smell of it. Yes, they will smell it, but I didn't put it out there for the smell. I put it out there to make them just pause. But if I put it in, I feel like if I put it in a just huge pile, the deer's not gonna be like, oh, did this just fall from the sky? Like, I feel like they're a little bit more skittish. Because how often do you see huge bucks killed at pipe feeders?
Or any feeders.
Or
We've
troughs.
talked about that. I don't think they.
And it's not in the rut.
Mm-hmm.
In the rut, anything goes, right? And I mean, they're just trying to get to a food source because they're super tired. But any other time frame, they're not coming. Am I right?
Unless we got one of those. What are they called? The logs.
Tectonic. Oh,
Tectonics. Yeah.
Travis is going to buy us one.
Oh, nice.
Thinking about it.
Going to use your Delta Waterfowl money for that next year.
That's right.
No,
Yeah.
you're going to come to the banquet. But
For those that don't know what Jordan's talking about, Travis went to the Delta Waterfowl banquet and proceeded to buy $1,000 worth of tickets.
and won $1,000 worth of good memories.
That's right.
Yes.
I got
You got a good pork
$1,000
chop.
bag.
You got a
He
pork
did.
chop dinner.
Oh, you did get a bag. Where is that bag? I hadn't
Yeah.
seen you use it.
It's at my house.
Is it a waterfowl bag?
Yeah, it's like waterproof and all
Yeah.
that
It's
stuff.
a banded bag, wasn't it?
And
I don't know.
I think it was a banded bag.
And to have Travis's back, he did give all the guys at the table a deal of tickets.
Oh yeah. Oh, Travis was man of the hour.
I'd never seen that side of Travis.
Yeah, you're talking about him being cheap. The man dropped a G
Yeah.
and gave you part of it.
All right.
All I did was take his money.
What's another? Well, give me some more evidence, Travis, that you're not frugal. I'll say frugal. What have you splurged on?
I don't know.
Nothing.
So just Delta.
I mean, I love that about Travis, but nothing. But we're about to drop some money on this land, I guess. I don't know. We're about to segue into that. Where I think we're going to plant some clover. We'd like to have somebody on the show that could tell us what to plant for, or even when to plant, or if we should plant for turkeys. And
Don't look at me. I've
Yeah.
just
Said you
I've
gotta
turkey hunted exactly one time.
You got to keep feeding them from continuation from deer season.
so keep feeding them corn.
Yeah, so they'll come back.
That's well. You got to give them the corn first, Travis. Get it out of the truck.
Yeah, you got to get the corn out of the truck,
If you
man.
stop feeding the deer, then they don't have no food source. They got to go somewhere else.
I was reading it the other day. I think you have to have no corn or no feed on your property for 15 days.
For turkeys?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean, not to. I
it's a
mean,
good thing you read into that.
well, how close were you going to cut it? Because you can't hunt over a corn. GT Outdoors said they plant millet.
Let's say you just plant, and then if you happen to walk through the millet field on the way, and some of it falls onto the ground,
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah.
They'd be that.
it's the same thing we do for
tight-knit about
ducks.
it. Yeah.
You can't. You're not supposed to disturb it unless it is naturally disturbed. So we just send the dog out in the middle of it, and they'd knock a bunch
Yeah.
of it off into the water, and then quack quack.
Well, you saw that pond that me and you went to. That's when it dries up. That's what I'd like to do on the outskirts. Is plant some millet and stuff. Plant some stuff for the ducks. Me and Travis went duck hunting this past weekend.
I did go duck hunting this year on Loggy Bayou. Well, I didn't actually go duck hunting. We got all set up and got to thinking. I was like, there's nobody else here. Like, everybody was deer hunting.
Oh, he hasn't told me this.
And we got all our stuff out. Still dark.
It
It's
was
like
a split.
10 minutes till shooting time. It's not the split. Loggy Bayou is just closed for 3 days.
You didn't tell me that. When was that?
I don't know. It was whenever
Whenever it was closed. Yeah, the 3 days it was
I was
closed.
like, all right, well, we got to pack it up because we're not supposed to be hunting today.
See, that's where you wish you would have already killed one, and then you're like, we already did it now. We might as well just stay here and hammer them.
Yeah, I bet it's the same penalty for killing a bunch that it is one. That's
No.
like the story of our
It's
buddy.
actually not.
Our buddy that went with some other guys. I'm not gonna say his name, but he went with some other guys. They were like, "Hey, we found the spot. We have found the spot." It was somewhere in the Monroe area. I forget. Maybe in Russell Sage. I doubt it though. I don't know. We found the spot. We found the spot. So they load up and leave from Castor to go to Monroe, which is almost 2-hour drive. It's a long freaking way. So they go there that morning. They're hunting, and they hear just freaking ducks everywhere, and they're just daylight comes and they're just mollywopping them for like 2 or 3 minutes, and they're just constant shooting. And then all of a sudden the game warden comes running up, waving his hands like, whoa, 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 stop, hunting the sanctuary. But they found a jam up spot.
They didn't get a ticket?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I was
They
about to
all
say.
got fat tickets.
Yeah.
Which you would think hunting the sanctuary was terrible. I mean, it is terrible. They didn't get to keep any of the ducks, whatever, had to go home, got a fat ticket, but got to keep their license.
I was about to say it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
Well, I did it one time by accident at Catahoula.
Oh.
Worst duck hunt of my life. We were in college. Everybody was broke. My buddy had a boat. So we went and bought a Predator motor from Harbor Freight and some like Vietnamese long tail.
We've got the same setup in
Kit.
Castor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it got us out there.
Yeah.
Finally, we finally got
It
it.
goes like 5 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. Finally got it cranked up. We get going and we just go and we 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 go as far as we can go until we stop seeing. You know, there's blinds every 50 yards on Catahoula. It's garbage. So we go and we're like, hey, the blind stopped. Should have thought. Wonder why the blind stopped, but we kept going. We found this little I forgot what it was, some kind of tree or something. Anyway, we hunted, and I'm not kidding you. The entire morning, boats would come by, always within about 80 yards, and they'd come by and flip us off or yell at us or something. And we're like, what are these people's problem? And then finally, we hunted till like 9. And I mean, dude, ducks are just piling over us and dropping in over in some timber. And finally, at like 9 o'clock, this guy putts up there. He's like, dude, y'all are in the freaking sanctuary. That's the line, and you could see the back of a white sign.
And y'all didn't kill anything though?
No, they didn't kill a freaking duck because
So
I mean
no-
they knew to go
Yeah.
just far enough over the edge.
So
But
no ticket.
no ticket. But the Vietnamese gator tail pooped out on us, and I don't know if you've ever been on Catahoula, but it is about 6 feet of muck and then a hard bottom. Like the water might only be this 18 inches deep, but it's straight soft mud underneath, and so we would have to hang onto the boat, sink all the way down under the water to get to the hard bottom, jump back up and move, and then sink all the way down and then jump back up and move.
That is miserable.
And we did that all the way back to the boat launch, and we were as far as you could go from the boat launch. It took us all day. I've never been that tired in my life, and I have never been in a boat with that guy again.
We've had some terrible times. Travis has had some real bad ones. Actually, the first ever Safeties Off show. I mean, if you want to give a synopsis of what happened on that show, if you want to tell Jordan what happened on your hunt, you talked about it on the first show.
I'm not sure.
It was the John Long. It was the John Long.
I've seen the
yeah.
first
Yeah.
episode, but
Yeah.
refresh my memory. I'm not on Alpha Brain. I can't remember.
So we're hunting. Where are we hunting at? The Upper Washita.
Yeah, I think so.
So we're hunting Upper Washita. John's got his boat. Hardly ever starts, so we're lucky he got it started. He brings his dog. We're like going wide open across there, like no telling, 25, 30 miles an hour. His dog's like circling the boat on the front of the boat, just circling. I'm like, what's wrong with the dog? And all of a sudden, it just takes a big old nasty dump right there on the front.
It's the poop deck.
Yeah, and we're going like 30 miles an hour. Just so we get to one spot, it's not the right spot. We go to another spot. We don't kill a single thing. So then he's got to clean up the poop, whatever. We're coming on the way back. There's like those pallets of ducks just out there in the middle of the water, you know. So when you're coming by, they just all jump up. We're going about 30 miles an hour again, and his dog just jumps out the side of the boat and just does somersaults in the water. So we got to turn around and go get it.
We've had some. Me and Travis one time, first time I ever took my boat out. I think me and you hunting at Corny, pretty close to where we hunt now, and we got out there and thought we had a fantastic spot. Wasn't that bad of a spot, but only had some past ducks. And then on the way out, we go to crank her up, and I just give it a little gas, and I break the prop. So the whole rest of the way back to the truck is just shaking the whole way.
We might have got stuck on a
We got stuck on a log. That's what
like
it was.
On the
Yeah.
way there.
Yeah. Oh yes, in the middle of the dark, and I hate
it
the
was
dark.
in the dark, and we're like tilted up on one side, like trying to get off. Like,
Yeah.
Probably what happened to your prop there.
No. We got off of that, and I shoved us up in a little bit of mud hole, and I was like, "Oh, we'll be fine. We'll just push out." And we couldn't push out, so I just gave it the gas. Bang! Hit a stump on the way out,
Nice.
and we rolled out. We've had some Jim Dandy some times, me and Travis. We have done some real stupid stuff, and not very often are we rewarded for it, to be honest.
no.
And
Stuff doesn't work out.
Some would say never rewarded, but we keep trying.
Do we just have the worst luck out of any three hunters?
Yeah, because
Is that what it is?
I mean, you hear these guys like, I don't know, smoking a cigarette, sitting in their box stand, and a freaking 8-point comes out and he smokes them.
Oh yeah,
Doesn't go anywhere. I
hear it all the time.
throw it on the back of the Yoda, and roll up to the gas station, show everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here, and you're over there with those Onyx.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying my dangest to hunt with the wind and stuff, and
Maybe I should start smoking. Cover scent.
Yeah.
some people do say
Better-
that. Yeah,
Better than human sin, I
Yeah.
guess. Cover up.
See, you could come up with some way to have a cigarette automatically light around your spot like a couple times a day, and then they're just used to
Used
that
to.
smell. And they just go up there and
Yeah.
smoke it up.
that's. I mean, okay, they actually already have
Brilliant.
that. They already have this. It's not a cigarette though.
I've seen the
this.
diffuser thing.
Yeah, the diffuser thing that you stick it out around you.
Yeah, but
And
you don't leave it though. See, I want to get him used to the.
Like
That's
a
what
deer
I wanted.
feeder.
I wanted
You
to
leave
talk
it like
to,
a deer
yeah.
feeder.
No.
So it's like goes off every
Right.
morning and every
Right, and
afternoon.
then they're used to it. They're like, oh, that's that smell again. Mm-hmm.
That ain't a bad. I mean, I've
See,
heard
that's-
worse ideas.
That's what I wanted to talk to Finney Throws about was he was talking about nose jammer, and I used to use it, and then I got nervous about using it because it's straight vanilla. It smells great, but I'm always like, they don't smell this ever. Whether they know it's me or not, they're gonna smell and be like, "What is that? That's something new." So,
Also, I think if you hunt around like houses and stuff like that, I don't think the smell really matters because they smell and hear and people walking around all the time.
well,
Like,
at my lease, they're checking gas wells every day. I don't think your scent still matters, but you can ride a vehicle,
And they
as
don't
long as you
care.
don't get out, they don't
Yeah.
care. Couldn't care less.
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting take. And then where we hunt is in the back of a dead end road, so they see vehicles during hunting season
yeah.
or hear vehicles during hunting season. That's it. And that's what me and Jordan talked about too. Is you probably should walk as much as you can, stand it. You should walk to your stand, not ride or anything, unless you're hunting like a dang rifle stand or whatever.
Even then, you don't know what direction they're going to be coming from. You might roll right through his bed.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. And everybody's got those stories where I drove and I parked and
Same
we
thing,
get,
yeah,
we
no
get
doubt,
it. I
but-
mean, same. But if you want to increase your chances, does suck a little bit. Got to be in a little bit of shape.
I don't know. I've done all the extra work and gotten zero reward for
So
it.
maybe we should
Maybe
start
we just
doing
drive
that.
straight to the stand.
Just
Maybe
I think
park
that's
right
what-
underneath.
I think that's what I'm doing next year. Forget all this stuff.
We just-
I'm not showering before. I'm not putting ozonics out.
Well,
I'm not doing anything.
you know, everybody's
gonna-
grandpa just drives straight to the stand and
Yeah.
just gets out.
I'm going to
and
put on my jeans.
walks
I'm going
to
to put on
the
my jeans and my flannel shirt
That's right.
and ride straight to the stand and smoke a pipe.
let's be real, you're not.
No, I'm not.
You're not.
I'm going to buy new ozonics, a new Sitka. I'm going to walk 6 miles.
Yeah, I mean, here I am decked out in First Light, and you're decked out in Sitka.
Can't hide mine.
Travis has got one of everything, which is me sometimes. I mean, for sure.
Hey, as long as the outside, all you need is what's on the outside.
No, Travis,
Just
all you
cover
need
it.
is
What do you
what's
mean?
on the inside.
Yeah, it's all about
That's
what's
all
on
that
the
matters.
inside. Whoever told you that?
You just cover up the outside layer. You can wear whatever you want underneath.
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We're talking about the outside
we're talking
layer.
about the
We're talking
outside
about base
layer.
layers here.
But I will say my First Light gear is sick. It is awesome because I can bow hunt in it. It's not like, we talked about this before on here, but like when you're rifle hunting in a box stand, you could wear your Carhartt, you can wear whatever. You can't bow hunt in a Carhartt. You can, but it's just be a little bit more difficult.
Be noisy.
Yeah.
It's the main thing.
But like you see that the First Light gear and your Sitka gear, it's very warm, but it's also very like form fitting to some degree as well.
Diagonal zippers.
Like that's why I got my bibs too, so that I can get in the saddle and still fit in the saddle in these bibs and still be able to hunt 20, 30, 40.
That's why I
degree.
wanted bibs on my Fanatic set because
Yeah.
when your jacket rides up in your saddle, your lower back's covered.
you're
I don't want my
fine.
tramp stamp hanging out.
Okay, so we had to pause because Jordan had to go to Bible study. Shout out Jordan. Shout out Jesus. But to finish it up, we were talking about First Light and all that stuff. It's been a tough season for Travis and I, but we're going to give it another go this weekend.
Yeah, got good hopes
Very good.
this
hopes.
weekend.
Do you not want me to be optimistic with you?
I want you to be realistic.
Okay. That's not.
Optimistic doesn't help me kill more deer. Realistic.
Yeah, but
does.
optimistic gets your blood flowing a little bit, does it not? When I give you a good old one of these, I'm like, let's freaking kill a deer, man.
Well, I don't need my blood flowing. I need the deer to show up.
Do you feel like when deer hunting ever gets you as hype as when we used to go duck hunting all the time?
When I see a deer, but not any other time other than when I see a deer.
Yeah.
My heart feels like it's about to pound on my chest. doesn't matter what it is. If it's
Yeah.
a baby or if it's
Oh, same.
a mag daddy.
Same. You start to get to
Yeah.
you get to shaking. Yeah,
Yeah.
Same. When I killed that one, it was nothing to write home about. I was still fired up. I was excited.
Yeah.
But like when you go duck hunting, it's almost like you're more excited over the process of finding it and this and that and of the possibility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm kind of getting
know
that-
they're around.
Yeah, they're around. If you hear meh, 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 meh,
Yeah.
at daylight, you're like, oh my gosh, we're about to smoke them. But
Because there's always more opportunity to see some. You have, even if you like screw up, there's more opportunity to see
yeah,
multiple more ducks in the same hunt versus if you screw
Deer.
up on a deer hunt,
Yeah.
pretty much screwed for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah. You're screwed for a while, at least, until things maybe settle back down or whatever.
Yeah.
But, no, I agree with that. I think that I have started to, in Hunter's Ed, we talk about the processes, and I think me and you have talked about that. Like, every hunter goes through these different stages. Like, there's the shooting stage where you start as a hunter and you just want to shoot up everything, like tweet birds, whatever. You just want to shoot your gun. And we've been there.
Yeah, for sure.
Our good buddy Steve, been there. I could just remember us walking around my property and us being like, let's just shoot tweet birds at this point. Like,
couldn't find anything.
something's got to die. And then you still or just hunting crows, doing stupid stuff like that. And then there's the limiting out stage. Again, there. Been there. I'm kind of stuck at the limiting out stage. And then the next one is trophy stage. Yeah. Trophy stage. And that's where, I'd love to kill one, but early season, I let them walk. But right now, we ain't letting nothing walk.
Yeah, early season, I'm trophy stage.
Yeah.
Late season, I'm killing anything that walks out of here.
Yeah, I'm almost like limit out slash, and the next stage is method stage. And I do enjoy the process now. Growing up, our dads or our grandpas or our uncles, whatever, they would
do everything.
kind of do everything.
Yeah.
And they were the brains behind it more so too. You may actually help them put the stand up, but you didn't get any say in where to put it.
Yeah, how to put it up or what to plant.
Yeah.
Anything like that.
And now I'm sitting at work on my breaks, not during class. And I'm watching videos on when to hunt, what to hunt. And we're asking people, the old heads, when do we hunt this? When do we plant this? Why do we plant this? Blah, blah, blah. And then the last stage. You remember what the last stage is?
Feeding stage?
No, it's sportsman. Sportsman stage, where you just want to be outside. And you want to teach folks and whatever. So.
Yeah. Teach the next generation.
Yeah. Which will be teaching I guess it's going to be up to me and you to teach my daughter to hunt.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be mostly on me, but
okay, no. Here's what's going to happen is when my child gets old enough to hunt, I'm going to take her and a bajillion points going to come out.
And she's going to mollywop.
Oh, she's going to curb stomp it. She's like, "Daddy, what's the biggest deer you've ever killed?"
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's not that.
2 points.
Yeah, it's not that big. Sorry. And then she's going to be like, for the rest of my life,
this is easy.
Yeah,
What?
this is yeah.
Why haven't you been able to do
Yeah,
this?
well, Dad, you're a loser. Look at all these people on Instagram; they're killing deer. God, I'm already mad at my child. She's 9 months old. I just spoke all that into existence. So, yeah, she's already as good as a hunter as us almost.
That's right.
She's
She's
killed as
killed
many-
just as many deer as I had this year.
That's true.
And ducks.
That's true. That is true. Oh man, we had a great pass shoot this past weekend. That was just fun.
Yeah.
Me and Travis sat around a pond and just as wood ducks flew over, we just freaking tried our dangest to shoot them, but they were way too high.
Nope. Sky blasting going Mach 5.
Yes, and but hey, that was still fun.
Yeah. It's about the fellowship.
It is about the fellowship. Fellowship. That's what Kepler Creek was founded on, was the fellowship.
That's right. Lots of fellowship.
Lot.
Not so much killing, just lots of fellowship.
Just Friday nights at the camp and Saturday mornings in the blind.
Yeah.
And then that built all of this.
That's right.
Thousands of people wanted to follow and talk about that.
These 2 ducks in 10 years. That's what we killed.
These are actually the only 2 ducks we've ever killed.
Yes.
2 pintail came in at the same time.
Yeah. Actually hit them with 1 shot, though. So
Yeah. That's the only reason it's impressive.
getting 2 shots in a row is not happening.
Yeah, Travis does say that his first 2 shots are a warning shot.
That's right. I want to give him a fair fighting chance.
That's right. And then the 3rd shot is to smoke them.
That's right.
Oh, man. I said that to somebody the other day. They were like, "Oh, you were there." When I was telling the guy that lives next to the property, he was, "I heard y'all shooting this morning. And what'd y'all get?"
yeah.
And I said, "Oh, those are just warning shots." He looked at me
I
like,
didn't think it was that funny.
"What?" Like, he didn't understand that.
Yeah. He's not a real sportsman.
You're not a real sportsman. And when you see something, you should shoot once.
That's the sportsman stage when you're just like giving them a fair chance.
It's not fair chase. It's called fair chance.
Yeah.
The fair chance rule is warning shots.
Yes.
And then you mollywop them on the way out.
That's right.
Or you just let them go. And the warning shot is like, "Hey, don't come back here. Because if you come back, we're not going to take it easy on you.
I mean, we did give one duck about 12 warning shots one time, and he just kept coming back.
What was that? What are you talking about?
In Arkansas, when
the
was like, somebody help me out.
Yeah, that blackjack. Yeah, so we're hunting this blackjack comes in, and we everybody, 4 people miss it. And then it circles back. He's
coming back. He's coming back.
Yeah, we all reload. We miss it like again. And I want to say it comes back a third time, and then that's when one of us finally gets lucky, huh?
Yeah. Sometimes you just have those days. I mean,
sometimes you live in those days.
Yeah, that's right.
We are those days.
Yeah.
If somebody else, which I'm going to film this weekend, I'm excited about that. I'm going to film as much as I possibly can of Travis. It's going to be great.
If I was mad at him, I'd kill him more, you know?
Yeah, you're just not as mad.
Not as mad as I used to be.
Could you say you're the nicest hunter of all time?
Probably.
Got to be.
Yeah.
Top 5. Top 5 most respectful hunters to the actual deer. We give them a solid chance. But
that's right.
Yeah, not a whole lot of killing. Excited to film this weekend. A lot of cool stuff coming up to kind of conclude the episode. Got some new review videos coming up of Ranch Road. Got a cool box in today. Going to check it out. Ranch Road, we're having the president of Deemer Box on in a couple weeks. January 30th, I think, is when we are recording that. And I think I told Travis Zach Brown Band owns that company. So
yeah, he did.
That's exciting. What if we had Zach Brown Band or Zach Brown on the podcast?
We just turn it over and they do a little concert for us.
Yes. He does colder weather and we're just freaking killing it. That'd be sick. But other than that, we would surely appreciate it if you subscribe to YouTube, follow it on Instagram, and purchased anything from any of the sponsors you heard at the beginning of the episode. We got a ton of them, and we're very appreciative of that. And actually, one's calling right now. So I've got to go. You guys have a great week. Go to church.